All eyes are on Pennsylvania's 18th congressional district ahead of Tuesday's special election. Democrat Conor is trying to pull off an upset over Republican Rick Saccone in a district that went decidedly for President Trump in 2016. Paul Engelkemier is the managing editor for PoliticsPA, and he joins me now from Harrisburg. Welcome to you, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Well, Conor has staked out positions that are not as liberal as other Democratic candidates. How is he looking to turn this deep red district blue?
Well, he's taken a lot of positions that more are in line with the unions and those voters. The district itself is a very strong Democratic district in terms of registration, but has been voting Republican as voters have felt they've been more closely identified with the Republican candidates. But Lamb has come out strong in terms of supporting the tariffs on steel and aluminum that have just been passed. He's campaigned with former Vice President Biden, who has been a very good friend of a lot of the unions in that part of the state.
Meanwhile, Rick Saccone has linked his candidacy to President Trump. How are these differing approaches resonating with voters in the district?
Saccone has tied himself from the start to President Trump. He's worked very hard to try to constantly remind voters that he supports Trump. There has been a pretty strong swing of voters, though, away from President Trump in the district. A Gravis poll from last week showed that 13% of voters who said they voted for Trump in 2016 are saying that they will vote for Lamb on Tuesday. That's the kind of swing in a district where President Trump won by 20 points, as you said, is going to be very necessary for Lamb to win.
Well, you mentioned Conor focusing on gaining the support of labor unions in southwestern Pennsylvania. How important are these unions to the outcome of an election in this district?
They're going to be very important in this election, especially since it's a special election and voter turnout is usually a little bit lower than a general election. They will have a huge infrastructure in the district, in the suburbs of Pittsburgh, and in these steel towns and coal towns of the area, that they will be able to push out voters to the polls and really boost the candidates that they support.
Well, as with some other recent special elections, some of the commentary has billed this election as a referendum on President Trump. Do voters see it that way?
I don't know if voters in the district as much see it that way as they see it as picking a candidate for short term. The 18th district will not exist anymore pretty much after Tuesday with the redraw of the state's congressional districts. So the special election really is the last part of this district. So the voters are really trying to figure out who will be best in the short term to push an agenda that will help bring jobs to the district.
And is that the bottom line, Paul? What matters most to voters in the district are jobs?
I would probably say that jobs is a very important part. These are areas that have really been falling on tough times with losing the coal mines and the steel industry, which is why you see both candidates really pushing hard that they have been supportive of the tariffs.
All right, Paul Engelkemier. Thanks very much, Paul, for your insight. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.